All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Mike has warned me that this week's is a little bit tougher than last week's, so let us see. I don't know why that sometimes happens with my keyboard, but anyway. No trace of husband or nephew in Hibernia or lands further south. Well, husband can be H, so I presume if we remove H for husband from Hibernia, and then I'm wondering, can nephew be abbreviated to N? I don't think I've seen that before, but that would give us Iberia, which are definitely lands south of Ireland. Interesting. All right, solve this clue. To beget grand urban construction with a little exclamation. Yeah, I'm thinking beget grand urban is 15 letters, so we're going to construct or reconstruct those letters to get. Let's solve this clue. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I need some more letters before I try the anagram helper. All right, second life for polystyrene wall filling. We have an R. Yeah, filling made me wonder if it was a hidden clue. And starting with the R in polystyrene, we have renewal, which might be a second life. Verify eccentric Cartesian. I think eccentric means we anagram Cartesian. Ooh, we begin with one of the two A's. Ascertain. Very nice. Not too bad so far, but I'm not counting my chickens yet. Fruit and asparagus tip falling to the floor. Well, I think the asparagus tip is just simply going to be the letter A. Maybe we put a four-letter fruit and then an A and falling to the floor, or falling, yeah, if it was rising, then it would be a reversal to the floor. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's the other way around. A plus falling to the floor gives us a fruit. Not sure about that. Let's try sea opera ENO. That's the English National Opera, I think. Never seeing energy in its star. Well, energy is usually abbreviated to E. I'm wondering if it could be an anagram of opera plus NO. Although there's nothing really telling us other than C that we anagram it, but does it make a star? Or maybe it makes an operatic star. No. Sherlock's defining characteristic heard in final moments. It sounds like we're going to have a homophone of something to do with, I presume, Sherlock Holmes' defining characteristic, and then it's going to mean final moments. Something like the last something or other. What are Sherlock's defining, or what is Deer Stalker hat? Poirot had his little grey cells. Does Sherlock Holmes talk about something? Oh, and I think there was a Sherlock Holmes story, The Last something, His Last. Was that the one where he dies before he was brought back to life? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let's go back to the acrosses. 6 slices of tripe set alongside old Spanish bread. Well, 6 slices sounds like wordplay, like we have to take maybe every other letter out of tripe set, and then maybe follow it with an O for old. And then is that going to be a Spanish bread? I'm just looking at every other letter, but either it's TIEE, which isn't likely, or RP, no. Could it be the Spanish word for old? And then we get a bread. Oh, bread can be, old Spanish bread, of course, could be the peso. Or, oh, maybe dinero? Something like that. How about six, but six slices? No, a spoonerism. A spooner tells us one seasoning foods approaching, being delightful. I think it's going to be a phrase meaning being delightful or just delightful, as nice as something. What's a phrase as nice as pie, as nice as. But then what's the spoonerism? So one seasoning food might be a salter or could be a spicer. Ah, yeah, and then approaching something like spicer's nigh. I think it is, yeah, one I think is A, so a spicer's nigh becomes as nice as pie. I mean, I did think of it, so it must be in the back of my mind that there is that phrase, but I don't think I've seen or heard it in probably 50 years. So, yeah, still not 100% sure of that, but I will go along with it. All right, scarlet towers over not so bright stars. Well, scarlet would be red, and if you tower over somebody, you dwarf them. Oh, so the plural of dwarf is dwarfs. I always thought it was dwarves, but maybe that's only for the verb. All right, anyway, I think that's that. Overly loud American looking back, going on. I think American might end up being US, and then looking back, it'll be SU. So maybe it's SU followed by three letters for going on, and it means overly loud. Yeah, that's probably most likely, but no word is coming to me for overly loud. Philippine cities enthralling student paper. Well, the city must be Manila. A student can be a learner or L. How is that enthralling? And paper. No. I don't understand that at all. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's not right, even though maybe is Manila one L or two? Enthralling student paper. No, I'll leave it in for now. They split to do the reverse. Well, I'm just thinking the opposite of split might be join. I'm wondering if it could be joiners. I mean, they split wood, but they do a lot of other things, of course. So I'm not sure about that. Called out starters cooking taste. Ooh, called out sounds like a homophone. Starters cooking. Starter could be a pistol for a starter of a race, maybe, or an entree. Soup. Oh, maybe soup. Salad. Ah, yes. So I just paused there to sip my coffee. I had a soupçon of coffee, so you might say soupçon, which I think is spelled Sousson that way. All right, we'll do one more across and then go back to the downs. Earl, scoundrel, overcome by booze, making misstep. I think making misstep might be the definition. Although we have a lot of words then left over for wordplay for just a 7-letter answer. Yeah, not sure about that. All right, how about school leavers event in which patriotic songs belted out at last? All right, well, I think of prom, which I think is just an American thing. I don't think you have proms in Britain. But then I think patriotic songs belted out at last. Well, the last night of the proms, the promenade concerts in Britain, Rule Britannia, and I'm sure other patriotic songs are sung. Oh, let's take a look at 2 down now. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the Brandenburg Gate. So it is a grand urban construction. Oh, I think I would have spelt it ERG, but must be that way. And we do have a U in urban to use up. All right, that's good. Occupying this inventor safety principally, we all look forward to this clue every week. We take the principal letters of the other words, OTIS, and so I think that is Mr. Otis who invented the lift or the elevator. I don't know, was he married to Miss Otis who sends her regrets? Okay, troubles including yoga, Tai Chi, etc. Ah, Tai Chi, etc. is 9 letters, but could yoga be an anagram indicator that those letters have to twist around as if they're doing yoga? I don't think I would have seen that before. How about does the groundwork for gits? Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure. Is that going to be... I don't know. Is it going to be an anagram of gits? I think it would have to be stig. I don't think that's right. No, I think it must be like something does the groundwork, not digs or sets or something. And it's going to be another word like gits. Sods, I think. Yeah, I think if you sod a lawn, for example, and sods are the same as gits. He makes little effort. Braggart, downgraded at first. I think it might be a word for someone who makes little effort. And we have to think of a word for braggart. I'm wondering if downgraded might be moving the initial letter down 1 in the alphabet. So then I think it would be like a word beginning with D for braggart. And then it becomes C. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. This one is interesting. Morning deity rejected doctrine. Well, doctrine must be dogma, which is AM for morning and God for deity, rejected or reversed. Quack, then maraud wildly in a kind of story. All right, well, a quack, I think, is like a fake, a fraud, a cod, maybe. We need, I think, 3 letters. Well, I suppose a quack could be a quack doctor, so doc. And then I think we anagram maraud to get a docudrama. Creating 3 of Mash's characters. Well, there are 3 asterisks. Is there a word like asterisk guys or yeah, I'm not sure about that. Brides delirious in bits. Okay, I think brides is going to be anagrammed. To get bits would be debris. And the final across in southeast, Dutch to leave South African grassland thin. So maybe it begins with SE for southeast. Yeah, I think we have to think of whatever the South African grassland is and remove, is it NL for Netherlands or D for Dutch? I'm not sure. Ah, yes. While I paused there, I was thinking of the Pampas, but then I thought of the Veld, and so thin would be svelte without the D for Dutch. All right. That was our. He makes little effort. No, about to eat, having swallowed whiskey and claret. Well, whiskey in the NATO alphabet is W, or W is whiskey, I should say. About to eat. Oh, maybe it's the definition is claret and it's red wine. About is regarding. To eat is dine, and it swallows the W. All right. Every man getting fourth of rounds, suppressing touch of angst, reluctant to pay. Yeah, so every man will be I or me, I think. Fourth letter of rounds is an N. Suppressing touch of angst might just be the first letter of angst. Oh, yeah, so I think it's mean. If you're mean, maybe you're reluctant to pay. So every man is me. And then the N, but they suppress or go around the A. All right. Ooh, that gives us a nice M at the end of 17. All right. I think the scoundrel overcome by booze. Can the booze be rum? And the rum would have to go around a scoundrel. Well, if that's the R from rum, then we only have two letters for a scoundrel. Scoundrel can be a cad or a rat. I think Earl can be E. Not sure how or why, but I think then the rum goes around the rat, and a misstep might be an error in print, which would be erratum. All right, I think just this one left. Reads about faces. I'd like it to be faces of clocks or watches, which would be dials. Now, if this is asterisk, then that would be an R. Um, so then it would be reads about faces. Yeah, I'm not sure how to read that. If the about is a reversal indicator, I don't think so. Reads about. Maybe it's just a double definition. No. What's this one now here? Oh, here's our. All right, it's not an anagram of Tai Chi, etc., because we have. Yeah, so I think it must be the definition is Tai Chi, etc., which would be martial arts, etc. Oh, is there a type of yoga that comes up? A short one. Not sure about that. All right, let's go back to the top. So If there is an A for asparagus tip, I don't think it's the one there in the third position. I think it might be A and then falling to the floor, and that gives us a fruit. Not sure about that. Oh, it's maybe asparagus tip is the final letter, the S. Yeah, and then falling to the floor. What would that be, ending in S? No. And here's our, well, could be an anagram of opera plus no. Oh, could it be like a title role in an opera? Who are one of the singers like, oh, like soprano. How about that? Yeah, I think it is soprano, but I'm not exactly sure how the wordplay works. Oh, yeah, so it's the three words C, opera, eno, and we remove all of the E's. Yeah, that is very clever. Well done uh, to Everyman for that. Here is our 6 slices. Could 6 be VI? And then slices of tripe. Oh, there was I think there's another form of pesato. Oh no, I think it's yeah, it's saying 6 letters from tripe set alongside, and that's peseta. There we go. All right. I'm wondering if this could be pears falling to the floor. I'm just wondering about Cockney rhyming slang, apples and pears. Could that be stairs falling to the floor? Not sure about that. Yeah, I really can't explain that. I'm going to leave it in. We'll find out next week if it's right. And I'll let you know in the comments what it should be. While I was paused there looking again at this, and of course, Manila is one L, and that enthralls the L for student, and of Manila folders, but I suppose Manila paper as well. All right, overly loud, American, looking back. So maybe it's a phrase for overly loud American, and that all goes back, and then it means something going on. Um, so what's the overly loud? Of course, loud could be F from music. American, yes. Something is afoot, very old-fashioned word. So I think it's 2 is overly, F for loud, and A for American. So now what's this Sherlock? Oh, it's not the last. Okay. But the something. Oh, well, I was just thinking of a homophone for Sherlock Holmes. And so I think it's going to be the home straight. Oh, that's very clever. It's a homophone of the Holmes trait, Trait. And so I suppose the final moments of a race would be the home straight or the home stretch, you also hear. All right, so this isn't joiners. They split to do the reverse. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking it might be consonant double O, consonant ERS. Or it could be two consonants, O. They split. Oh, how about brokers? I'm just thinking like breakers, brokers to do the reverse. No, let's try 14 down. Oh, here's our troubles, including yoga, tai chi, etc. Yeah, I think it's going to be a word for troubles, and then we put inside it something for yoga, and then that's going to give us a word that means tai chi, etc. Well, I looked up Tai Chi on Wikipedia. It's a martial art but has evolved into a form of exercise. So exercises fits. Yeah, I think, yeah, so I think it's a double definition. If something troubles you, it exercises you or exercises your mind. And then including yoga, Tai Chi, etc., would also be exercises. So now they split. They leave elopers because they want to be united in marriage. I think elopers. I'm fairly confident in that. All right, let me try this. Reads about faces. Oh yeah, and this one asterisking. I think that must be right. Creating three of Mash's characters. There are the three asterisks. But I don't quite get it. I think it's clues like this that maybe had Mike warning me. Because, yeah, there have been a few today where I'm not very confident in them. But now reads about faces. Let me pause and think of, I presume that must be a vowel after the D. Well, I got as far as A and I thought, maybe it's an anagram of reads. The letters have to go about. And then the only anagram we could have would be dares. Is that the same as faces? I think maybe in a very specific context, you face your fear, you dare to do something, face up to something. Not sure about that. Anyway, yeah, so I think a braggart is a boaster. Yeah, so I think you have to say a coaster, one who makes little effort. Then if you downgrade the C to a B, then it's a braggart. Yeah. Happy with that. Of course, we don't have the check all button, but I think that is right. Well, I got through it. I had to pause a few times for various reasons, but um, yeah, I think that wasn't too bad. I'm just not confident in everything. So do look out in the comments to see if I found any errors. All right, well, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.